to our Moving to Canada series. In today's video, I plan to discuss our new visa update, as well as the BC PMP Tech Pilot program. But first, before we dive in, I want to do a massive shout out to this beautiful Australian company. Landbrook Pantry is a small female-based business located in Mullumbimby, New South Wales that make luxury gift hampers. They create delicious sauces, chutneys and relishes that are all locally sourced from the local community and farmers. Their hampers are combined with special gifts from local stockists in the Northern Rivers. I was extremely lucky to receive this beautiful gift from them, and you can grab yours too by heading to their website listed below or in the description box. Their gift hampers are perfect for that special somebody or even just to spoil yourself, so make sure you head over to their website, check it all out, and yeah, let's get into the video. So in case you're new to our channel, I'll just give you a little short background story to our whole journey of moving to Canada. So Conor's Irish, he moved here to Australia in 2009 or 2010, he met me. Now flash forward to about 2016 when we decided we wanted to move to Canada. We thought we'd give it a bit more longer of a try in Australia, save some more money, and in 2019 we decided to go over to Alberta to check out whether we could hack the cold over there. And you can see all of that whole holiday and our journey over there in the card mentioned up here somewhere. Otherwise, head over to our channel, subscribe, and check out all the other videos of our trip to Canada. When we went to Alberta, we absolutely loved it. We didn't mind the cold. I know it's probably a novelty going there on a holiday, but that didn't bother us at all. We came home from our holiday in Alberta and applied straight away for the IEC visas, which is the International Experience Class or Canada? Anyway, visa. It's a working holiday visa. And we applied using our Australian passports because Conor is also a UK citizen as well as an Australian citizen. People with an Australian passport have more of a likely chance of getting an IEC visa due to the amount of invitations they send out to Australians. So we put our name into the IEC pool, and then COVID-19 happened. And we'd already put our house up for sale, which you can see in our videos on our channel. And we sort of didn't know what to do. Do we continue selling our house and then find a rental, or will COVID be finished by then? It was all hearsay. We had no idea what to do. Flash forward a couple of months and we actually got a really good offer on our house, so we decided to sell. But during the selling process, we decided to speak to an immigration lawyer because we wanted to try and find some way of getting over to Canada. My sister had managed to get over there even during COVID because they got their IEC visas before COVID, and they had a job offer to go to in Alberta. So they managed to get there, and we were just sitting here thinking, how are we gonna get there too? We don't even have a visa, we have nothing, and nothing's open up during COVID. So we decided to speak to an immigration consultant. And before I get into this, I want to make sure that you guys completely understand that there are so many scammers out there. You need to be incredibly careful, and the visa process isn't really that hard. Once you know what path to go down, you can do the whole process yourself onto the government website, which I'll put a little screenshot up now to show you. If it has that little maple leaf up in the top corner, that usually means that it's a government website, although of course other people can plagiarize that and try and copy it. That's usually a safe bet that that's a government website, and you can find so much information yourself on there. But for us, we needed somebody to give us a little bit of a step in the right direction, so then we knew which path to go down and then apply for ourselves. I know of someone that lost $12,000 or got quoted $12,000 to do permanent residency, and halfway through the visa found out that it was a scam and had lost $7 grand already. And there's a few people with that company, and it's called UIS. So be careful of that company. They are complete scammers, and they may look legit and they sound legit, but they honestly drag you along. So don't use immigration companies unless you've got a friend that's used them and you know that they're reputable. I think you can actually go online to the government website and you can actually see a list of actual reputable immigration consultants on there. Anyway, the path we wanted to go down was we wanted to go over an IEC visa, the working holiday visa. We wanted to travel around and buy an RV and explore Canada. And then once we'd finished exploring, we wanted to go and get jobs and then apply for permanent residency through the express entry. But because of COVID, obviously we can't go over on an IEC, we can't go and travel, we can't do any of that. So we needed to speak to an immigration consultant to find out our path that we're going to take through this whole pandemic. I spoke to 2 immigration consultants. Both cost me 165 Australian dollars for quoting an hour's talk with them. The first one was rubbish. She literally was talking to me in the car. I could hear the indicators going. It was for 45 minutes. I got barely any information out of her. She didn't even ask us anything about ourselves really, which I find it very hard to get information about our visa without knowing anything about us, but whatever. The second consultant I will link below so you can use her. I have no connection to her whatsoever. I am not sponsored. I am nothing. I'm just letting you know that she gave us some good info. She might not give you any good info, but she recommended that we do the BC PNP Tech Pilot program. God, that's a mouthful to say. So what is the BC PMP Tech Pilot program? So it stands for the British Columbia Provincial Nomination Tech Pilot Program. Basically, it is a program within British Columbia, and it's to do with their nomination program, and it's just a subcategory below their provincial nomination program. So most provinces do provincial nominations, and what this means is if you apply and BC or Alberta or Ontario or whatever province it is think that you're going to be a good candidate for their province, they will nominate you, and then you apply, and if you get the nomination you get 600 CRS points, score points, whatever they are, towards your express entry pool when you apply for PR. For Conor and myself, we're both educated. Conor's an electrician, but he hasn't worked in the last 10 years as an electrician. So that meant his CRS scores are quite low. He can only really claim his high school, and that's it. Because if you want to claim your education points for a trade, you have to go to Vancouver or somewhere in Canada and sit a Red Seal exam. And we just weren't able to do that with having COVID-19 and everything. So that ruled out him going through the trade pool. And then I'm a primary school teacher, but I've only got 1.5 years experience as a teacher before I started having kids. So I'm educated and don't have much experience. Conor's got so much experience in the field that he's working in agriculture, but he doesn't have any education to back up for it. So I hope that makes sense. So our CRS score, which you can find on this page, I'll put it up on the screen, was only roughly 280, 290. And most people only start getting looked at in the draw around 450 up. So we were in a pickle. So when we spoke to the consultant and she recommended we do the BC PMP Tech Pilot program, we were all for it, because it meant if we got nominated, we get an extra 600 CRS points, and that would bring our total to roughly nearly 900 CRS points, which means we'd get a very good chance of getting permanent residency later on down the track. So what is the Tech Pilot program? The Tech Pilot program is a program only in BC, and it's for only 29 different NOCs. So NOCs are a job title, and there's only 29 of these job titles that are relevant to this program. And Conor's NOC is actually in it. So Conor's NOC is 6221, and it's a technical sales specialist, and that's exactly what he does at the moment in Australia. He works for the agricultural companies and he sells tractors, and yeah, it's just technical sales basically. So we were absolutely stoked to find out that his NOC was a part of this whole program, and it meant that all we had to do was these few simple steps and then we could get PMP. So as far as we can tell from the research we've done, the only steps you have to take to get the PMP Tech Pilot program sorted is you jump onto their website and you fill out the application form, and as long as you've got a job offer that's lasting 365 days or 120 days left on the job offer when you apply, you can apply for PMP and possibly come over on a work permit. The good thing about this program is they do weekly offers, unlike other programs which are monthly or sometimes even more. They literally give out invitations weekly, and the cutoff scores are normally 80, which is really low. I think our score is 120. So we've got a very good chance of being chosen. And once we get a nomination, we can apply for a work permit. It is actually a closed work permit, meaning that once we arrive in BC, we can only work for that one company that we applied for the PMP for, and we can instantly start the application process for permanent residency with our nearly 900 CRS score. I also forgot to mention that the processing time for 80% of the candidates is only 2 to 3 months for the whole program processing time. So it is extremely short. So if you are in one of those 29 knocks, you've got a very high chance of being able to come over to Canada even during the pandemic, as long as obviously you follow all the right protocol, as well as thinking about getting an exemption from your country to move to another country. So I know when my sister moved from Australia on her IEC visa to Canada recently, she had to get an exemption from Australia, which is a piece of paper, a form, and you had to write everything down. So the reason why you're moving, do you have a valid job offer, is the country expecting you? And then she also uploaded things like that she'd sold a house and all the steps she'd taken to move to this country, that it wasn't just a spare of the moment thing. And then Australia stamped piece of paper and said that she's got 3 months to leave, otherwise she'll have to fill out another exemption. So from learning all of this, we've been really excited. We've also been in the process of moving from our old house to this beautiful farm rental, which you can see in this video up here, and unpacking boxes and all of that stuff. At the same time, we've also been applying for jobs in BC under Conor's NOT for a technical sales specialist position. We've been doing this by going on to Indeed.com, going on to Facebook pages, and then just applying straight through to tractor dealerships and just emailing them and seeing if they know of any job offers. When we arrive in BC, we'll obviously have to quarantine for 2 weeks, buy a car, and then go straight out to work. We'll work with the company until we get permanent residency, and if Conor really likes the job, he'll continue staying there, and we'll save up as much money as we can so then we can eventually travel Canada in an RV and possibly the US once borders reopen up. So that's the plan. That's our exciting plan. It's really nice to know that we've got something, an option. We've got an option now. Before it was all up in the air. We knew we were going over on an IEC, but we didn't quite know how exactly we were going to get permanent residency. And with this way, it's a bit less stressful. We know we're going over with a job lined up. We know we're going over already having the permanent residency application in the process. So it's very exciting. The only downfall is we can't go straight into travel and RV, but there's a pandemic happening anyway, so it's not like it's going to be much fun traveling around. So yeah guys, like usual, make sure you subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. And if you've got any questions regarding the process, please comment below. Like I said before, be careful of scammers. There's a lot out there, and I am in no means qualified to give visa advice. I'm just telling you our story, our journey, and what we've learned, and I hope I've helped some of you out. Make sure you guys also check out Landbrook Pantry. I will link their little website down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!